We the Fans is the #1 sponsor in battle rap. My name is Frank White, and I probably contributed to some of your favorite battles. I mean, in the last 4 years, I donated $222,000 to battle rap for the culture. Check out We the Fans Global on Instagram for the full catalog of battles I sponsor. And follow We the Fans Global on YouTube to watch full battle breakdowns from a sponsor's perspective and a recommendation for what battles should be booked next. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and keep stepping into your greatness. We the Fans is for the culture.
We are here with the greatest battler to ever emerge out of Canada, and Pathogenic. How you doing today, Pathogenic?
I'm doing not too bad. Thanks for having me on. For anyone who's wondering, I don't have my camera on because Frank took one look at me and said, "We've got a standard on this show, and you can't look like that." So
yeah, actually, Pathogenic actually looked at my channel and said, "The numbers are so low, I'll just show up audio only." So I appreciate you doing this for me. First of all, salute to you. We are all very sad that you couldn't make your way onto the card, the KOTD card, but you would have killed it if you would. You did a great job on co-hosting the stream, so salute to you for that.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was tough one to not get to do.
You were on Calico's card and did a fantastic job, by the way. We should talk about that.
Yeah, we could definitely talk about that. Cal's my guy.
How was that experience for you?
So actually, I'll go right from the beginning. I was sitting at home and got a text message from a random phone number that said, "Hey, it's Cal." And I was like, what? How do you have my phone number, for one? And then I got a Twitter DM from Bishop, long live Bishop Brigante, and he was a really big supporter and fan of mine, and he reached out to Calico and got him my phone number and said, "Hey man, go out and kill this. I'm sticking my neck out to get you an opportunity. You'll be on the undercard of a Mook battle."
Crazy.
And so, yeah, that was it was a week after I battled Franchise, and so I was like, I'll really turn up the jets and try and have two great showings back to back. And I love Detroit. That was a really, really cool experience. It was a great time.
You absolutely killed it, brother. I tell everybody that when it comes to Canada, you're one of the best out there, bro. So I'm looking forward to your next battle as soon as possible, because I think that KOTD card would have been a great way to introduce you to a different audience. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Yeah, I think so too. And you know what? We almost had Gannick and Gully and I were on the phone right up to Thursday night trying to get something on a last minute go. There was talks about Real Deal. Hypothetically, he ended up filling in for Bobby Rex instead and battled Cortez, which was crazy. And they were talking about Capo Bravado.
Oh, wow.
And we almost had that locked. It was going to be 3 rounds, 90 seconds on day 2 instead of day 1, so that we had a little extra time. But the last minute flight from wherever Capo is, New Orleans, I think it was a little bit too much. So
okay, but you're actually interested in battling Capo?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to him tonight and see where his head's at, and see if I got to rob a liquor store or something and figure that out. Okay, we are here to talk about BeastMode's March Madness card. Super jam-pack, action-pack card, and you are the best man to talk to about this. There's some talents that I recognize on here, and then there's others that I don't. I want you to tell us their styles. I want you to tell us anything you can about them, so that, you know what I'm saying, the people can get familiar. So we'll start with the opening battle, and that's Seto versus Dayon.
Yeah.
Am I saying his name right?
Yes.
Okay, Seto versus Dayon. This is Seto's live battle premiere. Seto, obviously with the Rooks, you know, one of the Spaces elites. So we're looking forward to his debut. The young Prince of Persia. But what can you tell me about Dayon?
This is only his second battle. So him versus Jardel, I think, was their debut, and it was on BeastMode's last card.
Okay.
So he's still in the process of figuring out how to transition to live battle rap format as well, which is why I think it's a good matchup for Seto, because he's also going from a more audio only medium to now doing live battles.
Very fair.
I would say
Very
that
fair.
Daon's style is new. There's no real other way to describe it. He's, still working out the kinks, figuring it all out. It'll be a good way to start the night, if it starts the night, because this kid brought a whole crowd of people with them last time, and they ended up main eventing on their debut because of how many people they had brought there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. So this is going to be exciting then.
Yeah. I think it'll be good. I think that a lot of people are really excited to see Seto and see how he translates into live battling, and there's a lot of excitement around that.
Me too. If you had to call a winner, who would you? No pressure.
No pressure at all. Call the winner and make one of them hate me. Got it.
Yes, immediately.
Okay, perfect. I think that Seto has the advantage when it comes to writing. I think that Daon has the advantage when it comes to actually battling in person. So it's going to boil down to whether or not Seto has public speaking experience or has performing experience, things that might make him comfortable in front of a room full of people. And especially because Daon's going to have a crowd, he's going to have all of his fans that are there. And that can be a really intimidating thing, especially for somebody who's brand new. But if you put it on paper, I think that Seto wins it pretty clear. It'll be when you get to all the intangibles to really see.
That was very politically correct. I appreciate that. So the next battle we have is Jardel versus Fisherman. Fisherman, if you're seeing this, I really like your name. That's a great rap name. What can you tell us about Jardel and Fisherman?
Jardel has this is only his second battle as well. Like I was saying there, him and Daon debuted against one another on the last, so this will be his second. And I'm pretty sure this is Fisherman's second or third as well. Fisherman is one of the exciting new guys coming up out of Beast Mode right now. He got no-showed on his debut, but just wrapped his rounds for the camera. And he had the room going pretty crazy, which is something to be said when it comes to not having an opponent, right? And I think that Jardel is he's a lot more of a rapper's rapper. And he had a great way of sprinkling punchlines in, but Fisherman's a lot more punchline focused. And so I think that Jardel's going to need to up his punch count to really showcase a difference between the two of them, I guess.
Okay, I hope they watch this and incorporate it into their game in the last 3 hours before the battle. Locust versus Aaron. Big salute to Aaron, is a great rap name. And Locust, the way you spelled this name is going to stand out on any card. It's so fire. Great rap names on both sides. What can you tell us about these guys?
Shout out to Locust, man. He's a King of the Dot veteran from back in the day. And he does stand-up comedy now, so he's a lot more of a comedy-based battler, which is really nice. And if there's one thing that I can salute to Pepe about making this card, is he has put all of Canada from coast to coast on it, and he has put all different kinds of styles on it. So you're going to be able to watch every battle and not feel like I'm seeing just a different version of the same thing I saw 2 battles ago. So Locust, very comedy focused. Aaron is from Vancouver, so that's about 2 hours west of me. So that's a long ass flight to get to Toronto. He's flying a ways out, and he's a lot more of a punchline focused. Kind of got a slow build to him to get to his punchlines. So this will be quite a style clash, I would say.
Wow. Okay, that's fine. All right. Well, salute to both these guys. Just off names alone, I'm gonna go with Aaron. Locust, don't hate me. I don't know either of y'all, but it's just such a funny rap name. The next one we're gonna go with is
Salute
Xavier
to Aaron.
versus, huh?
Salute to Aaron.
Salute to so it's y'all pronounce it Aaron.
No,
Aaron.
it is Aaron.
It is Aaron. Okay, yeah, salute to Aaron. How dare you? Xavier versus Alex Summers. Xavier, very lazy. That's just lazy. Your name is probably Xavier. Like, there's no mystery there. What do you think? You're Joe Budden or somebody? All right. So, Xavier versus Alex Summers. Tell me about their styles and what to expect from this battle.
Xavier is the former Capital Rap Battles champion. So that's another league primarily based in Ottawa. So not too far from Toronto. Mm-hmm. So he's got a little bit of pedigree to him, and he's actually in the process of transitioning his style. When he first sort of came onto the scene, he was punchline focused, very quick in his delivery. So he was sort of a rapid fire punching, very animated. And then he kind of shied away from that. And he's now sort of bringing back that energy and bringing back the more punchline, aggressive focused Xavier, which is really cool to see.
Fire.
Alex Summers is that's actually Genocide. So he's going through a name change right now. He was Genocide for a very long time. And Alex Summers is just his name now. So
why did he change it? What was the
I presume because of the political climate, being named Genocide is probably not the most click worthy name.
No, that makes sense. I actually survived the genocide in East Africa during the Rwanda genocide. So I definitely would have gravitated to you more, Alex, had you not changed your name. So now that you're Alex Summers, I can't connect to you. So I'm going to go with Xavier winning this battle.
Yeah, Xavier 3-0, man. Sorry about your luck.
But no, salute to both these guys. This I like the story, and Xavier, obviously there's an angle here, so don't miss out on the opportunity to highlight Genocide. Alex, get angle alert. Sully versus Day. So reason why I remember Day is because Day actually did an incredible thing. He battle rapped, I want to say, in the spaces, and he had Fonz jump in his round at the end of his round. Unprecedented. Nobody's ever had Fonz jump in their round. So big salute to Day. It's great to see him doing his thing with live battles. Puncher, high energy, great delivery. So salute to Day. Sully, I'm assuming it's not the same Sully from Top Boy. Salute to that great Netflix show. What can you tell me about Sully?
What I can also tell you is I don't think that is the same Day.
Oh, you don't think it's a guy from the spaces or from Discord?
If Fonz jumped into it, I don't think it was the same Day.
It was totally random. The only reason Fonz jumped into it is because his opponent, and I checked with Mike, Buzz Bripadome. I checked with Mike, and Mike says it's the same day.
Really?
Yeah, and Fonz jumped into the round. I can't remember. There was like some backstory with his opponent, but Fonz wanted to jump in the round. I can't remember the reason. But it was mad funny, and it was shocking. I'm almost sure it's him. Mike says it's him too, and Mike don't lie.
Damn, I would expect a little bit more from Day than if he's having Fonz jump into rounds.
Yeah, but he's a good puncher. He's a good puncher though. But we'll see how it goes live. Live is a different world. But what can you tell us about Sully?
He has battled quite a few times live. I will say he just battled Apex on the last event.
Okay.
And yeah, that was good. But in regards to Sully, that's another battler from Vancouver. He's a big time West Coast Canada veteran. He's battled for a very long time all across Canada, and took a little bit of a break from battle rap, focused a little bit more on music, and now he's back in full force. He is extremely rapid punchline. He'll throw in a scheme or two every once in a while. I would say that his style is old school revamped, kind of gets into scheming a little bit more. So kind of gets into, but still has the name flips that you would see in modern battle rap, that kind of thing. He's pretty aggressive, pretty energetic, and it's going to be a great battle. And he's very, very hyped for this because he was supposed to battle in Toronto a couple different times, and those all were canceled. So this is kind of his chance to showcase his ability.
Okay, and I believe Apex versus Day dropped. Shout out to Apex on the great performance at KOTD against Thesaurus.
Shout out Apex. That's my brother. I love that dude.
Okay, so next battle, Johnny Knox versus Illy. Talk to me about that one.
Well, this is my most bias out of all of them. Johnny Knox is one of my best friends. He lives here in Calgary with me, and I think he's probably one of the most underrated battlers in all of Canada. He is 100% punchline. He is going to be in your face. He's aggressive. He's got all of the tools. His writing is phenomenal. He's just a great overall rapper. And yeah, I just, hope that more eyes get put on him because of how good he really is. Illy is a phenomenal pen. That's his style. He is a writer's writer and not very energetic at all whatsoever. Very monotone, sort of just does his thing in a way. It has an aura, has a swag to it. This is another one of those good style clashes that Pep has set up. You got the energetic puncher and you got the more reserved writer.
Okay, I like that. Next we've got Dysfunctional versus Sweeney. Great names again here. Dysfunctional, totally relate to that. That's my whole life actually. And then Sweeney. Okay, so talk to me about these two guys.
Sweeney is an iBattle vet.
Okay, so it was Sweeney from iBattle. I was scared to say that. Okay, I know Sweeney well then. Okay, salute.
Yeah. This is probably the one of the most stylistic matchups. You have Dysfunctional, who's very sarcastic, very humor focused, going up against kind of one of the originators of the laid back, humor focused battling styles. This is in the same vein as like an XQZ. This is, that kind of battle that you're going to get from both of them, which is very exciting. Now, I won't take away from Dysfunctional either. His writing is phenomenal, and he will sprinkle in punches and haymakers that are very, very, very fire. And the way that he dots them in with his other typical humor is impressive. But yeah, this is comedy versus comedy, sarcasm versus sarcasm. Let's see who's the better shit talker between the two, and it's going to get someone laughed at more.
Fire. Very, very fire. Okay, salute to Sweeney, iBattle legend, and Dysfunctional. I'm going to be paying extra attention to this battle. This next one, very familiar with both, thanks to the KOTD and iBattle cards. Apex versus G-Show. G-Show, I root for G-Show. Excellent work against Purely Deaf. Actually, I got to say, I battled Purely Deaf in the spaces, and he whooped my ass. I didn't have time to finish writing my round, and I was in the hospital around that time, and in and out of the hospital around that time, and he just whooped my ass. But I love Purely Deaf, and G-Show put on such a masterclass against Purely Deaf. It was incredible. And then Apex did a great job versus Thesaurus. But having to explain to my friends that I lost the audio battle to a deaf man was wild. But neither here nor there. But Apex and G-Show, this is a very fire battle. I love the style clash. Now, this is just a great matchup here. Talk to me about what you think about this battle, and I need you to call the winner here.
No, they're both such good friends of mine.
We're not doing a political thing for this one. This is a high-stakes battle right here. Come on, man. It's Surf versus Hitman right here. Let's go.
All right. You know what I almost did? I almost pussied out and said the fans win.
The culture win.
Hate that shit. And I almost did it.
I hate that almost as much as 1-1 going into the third. Those are like my two least favorite battle rap sayings.
So I think that what I am going to say, it is going to be slightly politically correct.
Okay.
Is that Apex is going to probably win in the room, and G-Show is probably going to win on camera. And that's because G-Show's energy levels aren't as high as Apex's, and Apex is on his home league in his hometown. So he's got people who are used to his style. This is G-Show's first time on Beast Mode. So not that the crowd has to warm up to what he does, because he's one of the best at what he does, but they're going to be more in tune with Apex. So I think that you're probably going to see one win in the room, one win on camera. And I would put Apex in the room and G-Show on camera. G-Show, again, being hilarious. It's kind of the antithesis to Apex's style, is having somebody who can joke on you and make fun of you, whereas Apex is very, I'm just going to punch your head off, and he's amazing at it. But G-Show also has good punches too. So I honestly have this as potential battle of the night.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's tough to call, if I'm being honest. I put you on the spot, but it is tough to call because stylistically, these guys, like Apex writes up, and then G-Show starts out at a high point, and then like if he can maintain the energy, it's good. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's interesting. Both very witty. Apex with his interesting approaches. G-Show with high humor, sarcasm, wit. I got G-Show 2-1 slight edge. I'm gonna be honest.
You have it 1-1 going into the third, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to hang myself now. But yeah, G-Show 2-1, 1-1 going into the third, and G-Show finding a way. But I would not be surprised if Apex wins this, because he writes up, and don't underestimate Apex. Apex could win this battle too.
Never ever won. These are two of the best in Canada, in my opinion. And
agree.
There's a lot of that across this card. And again, G-Show being from Vancouver, Pepe really spread the talent out and made sure that it was fast forward, made sure that it was, very Canada focused.
I'm about to start saying fast forward. That was great. J.O. versus Final Word. Great rap names here. How do you call this? And also, can you tell us a bit about these guys?
Yeah, so Final Word he's in the same vein as like an Arsenal. He'll find an angle about you and be very disrespectful regarding it, and very personal.
I like that.
And that's his sort of style. J.O. is just he is a upper echelon all around battler. He can be funny. His writing is very, very good. His punchlines are very, very good. Great presence. I personally have J.O. winning this. I think that J.O. probably with a gentleman's 30.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, he's just on a different level right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and this battle also was booked for a previous card, and it got moved. So basically, you gave someone who's hot more time for it. So
crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. Pray for Final Word. Okay. Grips Lock versus Dexter. Dexter's my fake iBattle nemesis, so I'm always root against him. But Dexter is incredible. He's done great work. I think he was in the top 5 iBattle of the Year battlers. They just released a blog about it, Salute Battle Rap Royalty. Make sure y'all check that out. But I'm pretty sure Dexter was in the top 10. But Dexter is definitely incredible talent, been working, been consistent. Talk to me about Grips Lock.
I believe it's pronounced Grips Loke.
Oh, Grips Loke. Oh, my bad, brother. My bad. My bad. Let me take this burgundy off and go put my blue hoodie on. My fault, brother. My fault. Grips Loke. Salute.
Grips. Okay, he's OG. He's about as Toronto as it gets.
Okay.
Like through and through. Very street. Very. You love him if you're from Toronto, if you're from the hood, and you know that. It's a
Grips Loke. So are we finding the Grips Loke on Jane and Fitch? Is he gonna be out there? Is he gonna be out there?
My man Grips is he's something else. His style is not as easily digestible for those who aren't a part of that and who don't.
Okay, so if you're not from Scarborough, you're not gonna understand what he's talking about. Is what you're saying?
You are, but you just might not enjoy it as much.
Okay. I'm tapped in, Grips Loke. I'm tapped in. I know what's going on. I'm gonna pay close attention.
That being said, he's held in very high regards at Beast Mode. He just had a title match. His last battle was a title match against Riz Relit. So he's in regard to Beast Mode, he's very, very well received and a fan favorite over there. So
I love that. I love that they're mixing up the different types of talent too. I love that.
100%. And Dexter is a lot more of a, as you know, as your nemesis, he's a lot more of a more modern style battle rapper. And so I think that his material will be a lot more easily digestible to everyone tuning in. But Grips is definitely going to showcase why he's one of Beast Mode's favorites.
Okay, so you got Grips beating Dexter then. That's what it sounds like.
My personal preference, I would lean Dexter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my personal preference.
Okay. Now we got the headliner, Riz Relit versus Def the Kid. Def the Kid, one of my favorites out of iBattle, a fighter, a lot of great wins under his belt, a lot of great battles under his belt. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't seen Def the Kid versus Febo, tap in. You know what I'm saying? Def the Kid just battled Blake Winters. He's about to battle Glow Man. Def the Kid been cooking for some time now. I really respect Def the Kid. And Riz Relit is headlining for this card. Talk to me about this card. Teach us about Riz Relit.
Riz is the Beast Mode champ. So he's actually there's a couple of things about this card that's really cool. I'm pretty sure this will be Riz's first time headlining as champ against an out-of-town opponent, so he's really going to try and show out. And Riz had a very similar path that Death did when it comes to battle rapping, in the sense of he was also battling when he was very young. Like, he was sneaking into venues to be able to battle in Toronto there. And I know Death started when he was 17, I think was against Knox when he debuted. And so both of them have been sort of almost grew up in this sort of environment, which is really cool. Riz is a personality when it comes to battle rap. That's what I would highlight as is his strong suit. He's also got an element of being a street rapper, coming from that cloth is where he came from, similar to Grips. But he has incorporated a lot more personality. He understands how to work a crowd, especially his home crowd. And all the times he's been on the road as well, he's definitely deserving of an out-of-town opponent for sure.
Okay. So now we got the whole card covered. I got a couple questions for you, but first I'm gonna ask you, looking at this card, is looking like a lot of up and comers are getting opportunities. Some established vets are getting their time too. What would you rate this out of 10?
This card? This is I would say an 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's only if you're considering that there aren't any, air quotations, big names.
Yeah, for sure. So right, this is all about competitiveness and pure talent.
100%. And everyone's coming out to showcase against one another, as opposed to, I'm getting a shot or any of that kind of stuff. So I would say it doesn't even need a big name. The 8.5 is for people who look at it and go, there's no name I recognize. I'm not gonna join the Patreon or subscribe or watch or any of that. If you look at this in regards to the cards that have been held in Canada over the last little bit, there are only a handful that stack up to this, not including King of the Dot, who has they're in a completely different echelon when it comes to setting up cards and the talent that they have. I would say in regard to the small leagues across Canada, this has got to be a top 3 card over the since COVID, probably.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now let's get to some pathogenic thoughts here while I got you here, brother.
All
I
right.
need, if you had to do a card that represented your country and you could only pick 5 talents, and you can't pick none of the vets that we already know, who's the 5 you running with? What's your squad? Make it easier. Make it 6. Make it 6.
Make it 6. All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be out of 5 because I'm on there.
Let's go.
My ego is saying me.
Mhm.
So I'm going to put myself on there. I'm going to put Apex on there.
Hold on, I'm writing this down. Okay. So this is top 6 Canada. So we got we got Pathogenic, we got Apex.
We're going to put Ellipsis on there.
Of course. Shout out Ellipsis, such a fire dude.
That's without question. Ellipsis got to be on there.
100%. You only got 3 slots left.
Fuck.
Yeah, take your time.
All right. You know, I would say that that G Show should probably be on there as well.
Let's go, G Show. Let's go. Okay. You got 2 slots left.
I'm gonna say
You're not putting franchise?
Would you not consider him a vet?
Actually, I do. You're right. Because we got to put franchise and Sharon in the vet category. You're right. You're right. Okay.
Yeah, they gotta be on there. And then I'm gonna say every time I think of a name, I'm like, they're a vet. What are you doing? What are you thinking?
Yeah, you was about to say cheddar cheese or somebody. Come on, man.
My guy Cheddar.
Shout out Cheddar, man. What about Uncle Buzz?
What about Uncle Buzz? I think that
is he a vet? He's new to us, but maybe y'all knew him a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, not necessarily a vet. I think that I would go with I got to put Johnny Knox on there.
Oh, let's go. Johnny Knox. Okay. You got one more, brother. You got one more. The whole country watching. You got one more. No pressure.
And I would say Pepe as well.
I was about to say, y'all not leaving out my guy. Okay. So Pathogenic, Apex, Ellipsis, G Show, Johnny Knox, and Pepe. And that's the 6 you're running with to represent the country, right?
That would be, yeah. I'm giving my boy Johnny an opportunity and a shot in there, 100%, because you know I definitely I believe in him 100%. I'm sure that 6th spot for that I have Johnny in could be
interchangeable.
Could be interchangeable with somebody else. You know, another person wouldn't have him there, but that's my guy, and I always run for my guys.
I respect it. Now, give me your top 5 vets in Canada right now. Active, though.
Active? See, that's a tricky one, too, because franchise hasn't battled since I battled him, which was about 2 years ago. You
telling me he ain't battled since 2024?
Yeah.
Yo, franchise, stop playing, man. Stop playing.
I don't know if he's done. He changed his name on Instagram from franchise to his real name. He's doing a lot of stuff, training kids, playing football in it.
Playing football. Lovely. Little bit of football. That's lovely. But nah, salute franchise. He's what drugs say you're an Olympian. You know what I'm saying? So salute to having that incredible skill as a footballer. But franchise, we need you in the game, man. You're one of the best ever. You know what I'm saying?
The really tough part about Canada is that when it comes to the vets, they aren't active except for Sharon. Sharon is the only one out of the Canadian vets that are actually
active. My boy Nameless not outside?
Nameless hasn't battled in forever. He was at World Dom though.
Okay.
And he was at State River. I saw him there too.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So I would say Sharon and Fran, obviously the top ones.
Okay, wait. So Sharon and franchise. Let me write that down. Okay, hold on. My boy who battled A Ward. What's his name? Let me look it up. I remember his goddamn. I always forget his name when it's time to talk about him. Wow, what was his damn name?
You thinking
Poe Rich.
Poe
Rich. Yeah, is Poe Rich still around?
Yeah. Actually, I was the last battle that he had too.
Yo, you retiring people, Pathogenic? You gotta relax.
That battle didn't even come out.
Why? Why?
The King of the Dot has the footage, hasn't dropped it.
No, that's insane. I'm about to holler
Sure.
again.
Okay,
so Sharon franchise, Poe Rich, or do you consider Poe Rich like is he done, or would you?
No, he was almost on World Dom.
Okay, so you would include him. What about Kid Twist? Is it too late? He's too Hollywood now.
Twist's last battle was Thesaurus at Stay Forever, and I'm pretty sure the only reason he did that battle was because it was for that.
Yeah, rest in peace, past day. Okay, so you don't think Kid Twist would pop out?
No, I would say that out of that, the actual vets that are battling, you could say Pesci.
Oh yeah, Joe Pesci. Oh, Pesci, let's go. Okay.
And I only say that because he was on Blackout and he was on World Dom as well, even though it was on beat.
Yo, what about my guy? What was his name? Damn, it's so many people. Damn, what was his name? Was it Skelly? I think it's Skelly. Is it Skelly? He was on Blackout. He was on that card that had Big T and Roan. I want to say Skelly.
Definitely not active. I can tell you that much.
No, Skelly. Yeah, he was talking that gangster shit. He's not active?
No.
Okay, what about
even Joey right now? Joey.
Oh yeah, what about my boy Joey Gambello?
He hasn't battled. I almost said that if me versus him was the last one too, but it wasn't.
No.
I think he did one more after that. But he's got a kid and building up a business, and he's sort of taken a side.
God bless him. God bless him. What about my boy Tycoon Tax? He was another one that was fire.
Tax was almost on this March Madness card. Pepe and I were talking about it.
Crazy.
Yeah, Tax pops out every once in a while. He's in the same vein as like Pesci, where they pop out every so often, same as Poe and Arcane.
Oh yeah, Arcane. Shout out Arcane, man. You can say what you want about Arcane, but he's one of them though. He's a GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got a hard name.
Yeah. Pause.
Fast forward.
Arcane franchise, Poe Rich, Low Pesci, Joey Gambello, Tycoon Tax. Canada got so many dope dudes, man. Let me think. Is there anybody else we forget? Cheddar Cheese. Does Cheddar Cheese still battle?
No, he runs a studio here in Calgary.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Why are the women so beautiful in Calgary? Could you explain that?
I can't. I don't know I think it might be something in the water, but I'm not scientific enough to prove to do any testing to prove that.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take that as the actual answer that there's something in the water in Calgary.
Yeah.
Are we leaving any other people out? Oh, Nameless. You said Nameless don't battle no more?
No, Nameless does not.
Is he Brit? He might be British. I don't know why I keep thinking he's Canadian. Definition is British, ain't he? Definition might be British.
I think so. You put me on the spot. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Definition with 2 F's. I think he might be British.
Yes.
I might be confusing him. Are we missing anybody else that's like ultimate? Who else? Any other vets?
That's ultimate Canada. I mean, Holohan, but he doesn't battle anymore, which is a good thing.
Holohan. You said it's a good thing?
Yeah.
Why he's gotten bad?
No, his
battle wasn't as good as it should have been. That's for sure.
He has some stuff.
Okay, he's
going on. Sketch Menace.
Sketch Menace. I ain't heard that name in forever.
My boy Sketch. I love Sketch. That's another Another Calgary guy.
That's a fact.
Actually, there was talk about hypothetically him and I battling on World Dom.
For real.
Yeah, there was talk about it.
Shout out Sketch, man. I ain't heard that name in forever. That's crazy. I think that was what I think it was Blackout 5 that had like mad Canadian battlers on it. Yeah, that was one with Sharon and Pat. Rest in peace, Pat. What happened to 100 Bullets? Is he still around?
100 Bullets, he had a battle on King of the Dot did a card at a festival that Sharon helped put on.
Fire.
And 100 Bullets battled A-Ward on there, I think.
Oh wow. Oh
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're both Yellow Tape Gang, ain't they? Aren't they in the same group?
They're in the same group. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Mad Child? My boy Mad Child. I ain't heard from him in forever.
Mad Child did one battle one time, but he's not a battler.
Okay, so it was just the daylight battle, never again.
Yeah, he's a music guy. He's a pretty prominent underground rapper in Canada, part of Swollen members and stuff.
Oh, that's fire. What about 24/7?
24/7 hasn't battled in a long time. Like I'm telling you, man, the vets they aren't outside minus Sharon. And even Sharon is on his tail end of his career. He was saying on a couple of posts there.
Yeah, man, Canada is such a pivotal part of battle rap history. Y'all contributed so much as a country. You know what I'm saying? Whole leagues wouldn't be here without the Elements League and what Pat Stay done. Rest in peace to the legend Pat Stay. I love to see what Beast Mode is doing. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have like divided up my support more globally. I was even though I've always watched battle rap from everywhere, I was so hyper focused on what's going on in the US. I wish I would have took more time to help out different regions as well. I work with like every battle league in the US, but I should have, had the foresight to think about what's going on in Canada, what's going on in the UK. But Pathogenic, from your perspective, what would you say, where is Canada battle rap at now, just from your eyes?
On the comeback.
Okay.
And this Beast Mode card is proof of that.
Okay.
There was a pretty substantial lull after COVID. Stay Forever happened, and I know that there was a pretty big Set the Bar card in Vancouver that happened. But Capital Rap Battles will throw a pretty big banging card here or there. King of the Dot hasn't really been too consistent with their cards. It was Stay Forever, Blackout. We did a Run the Fade. And Beast Mode also took a little bit of a step aside, and now they are coming back full force. I would say that Capital Rap Battles really kept the embers going. And now Beast Mode is stoking them back up again. And if CRB continues on what they were doing, and if Set the Bar gets some good matchups going out west as well, and obviously the biggest catalyst of the whole thing is whether or not we see consistent King of the Dot events. Because if you start to see that, I mean, there is so much talent that just hasn't had the opportunity to showcase. And Canada is massive, man. It's a $470 flight from me to get to Toronto.
Damn.
And it's 4.5 hours, and it's even longer from Vancouver to Toronto. And so it's not easy when there aren't a lot of events happening and there isn't that much opportunity. And I mean, in this economic climate right now as well, trying to make sure that, you're only paying out when you can to go to the big events, etc. So I think that this March Madness card is the start of and World Dom as well. World Dom and this March Madness card being in the same month, back to back. This is going to be huge for Canadian battle rap.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say this now. By the time I drop this, it'll be tomorrow. So today, going down on Beast Mode March Madness card. Me and Pathogenic just ran it down. If you're in Canada, it's $40. Starts 5 p.m. in Toronto, and that's 17 Elm Street. If you're in the U.S., like myself, trying to watch and support, it's $20 to the Patreon, 20 American dollars. Make sure you know what I'm saying, support the culture, support what Beast Mode is trying to do. Pathogenic, I think we should circle back after the card happens, maybe give it a couple days. Once maybe at least one battle is out, and then let's circle back and maybe we do a recap of the event.
I'd love to.
Okay.
100%.
Well, let's
maybe I'll have maybe my camera will be working by then.
Maybe. Or maybe I'll just be talking to myself again, which is totally fine. But thank you for your time. Thank you for your contribution to the culture. Thank you for being an incredible talent. And obviously, if we can find a way to get you over here too, to continue to build your legacy, I'm gonna do everything in my power to do that as well, because you're an incredible talent.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that more than you know.
All right, brother. I'll see you soon.
See you soon, brother.
Peace.